not stock, not too expensive, and definitely loud enough. You all have been asking for so long what the exhaust system is on my M235i, and in today's video I'm going to show you exactly that. Now, you would have seen by the intro, but this thing's pretty loud. Welcome back to the channel then. In today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys through exactly what I've done to make mine sound how it sounds. Just listen to that idle. I think we can start off with the actual back system itself. The back box on this is gone. What I've replaced it with is a Pipe Dynamics back box delete, and this is what you guys always ask in the comment section of what tips they are. You ask this on the TikTok, on the Instagram, etc. These are stainless steel, single cut ones, which I can remove and bolt on with other ones like carbon fibre or something like that. However, yeah, that's the back of the car covered. There is no back box on this car. The next thing we're going to talk about then, the res delete. Now, if you know the M235i exhaust system, if you know what it consists of a catalytic converter that goes straight to a resonator and then it goes to the back box. In my case, the resonator is gone as well, replaced with the same brand, Pipe Dynamics. I've got the Pipe Dynamics back box and the resonator, they've both been replaced. Now the next part we can't really cover in too much detail, and that's because in the UK there's kind of strict restrictions on catalytic converters and decats. So all I'm going to say in today's video is the car doesn't have a lot of restriction. I mean, it might have a catalytic converter, it might not. I haven't really checked, so I'm not too sure. However, that's that bit covered. Now let's get some sound clips. For anyone curious as well, if you have a turbocharged car, back pressure is basically not a good thing. If you can remove a lot of back pressure with a turbocharged car, it's going to have added performance. That's just a little tip, whereas NA cars, they need a little bit of back pressure. Not exactly a cold start because it's very warm today. One little thing I will add, I don't run pops and bangs in this car. I've completely done away with them with MHD. In fact, I don't like them at all. So, I think the N55 sounds absolutely incredible with just the pure exhaust tone, and that's what you're going to hear now. You've got to hear the induction on this car as well. It also sounds insane. I honestly love the sound of the N55. Let me know in the comment section, do you think it sounds better than the B58 or do you think the B58 sounds better? Now don't get me wrong, as far as turbocharged BMW inline sixes go, I think the N55 is definitely up there for one of the best sounding. And I think that's due because it's a single turbo. Obviously it's a twin scroll, but compared to the N54 and the S55, which are twin turbo, N55 for the win. Now let's talk about price. Let's shut this again because I want to hear it idle again. It sounds so good. The price of this exhaust then, how much did I pay? 4 grand, £100, $500? I'll tell you. This whole exhaust system cost under $1,000. And if you ask me, that's really good. Now don't get me wrong, I know spending good money on a Miltech one, M Performance back box, Grail exhaust, you name it, they're going to sound really good. However, for the price of this one, I'll put a clip on screen now of a flyby, you can't tell me this doesn't sound good. They were a couple flybys I did in the winter time, and this thing sounds mental. It is so loud, and on camera it just doesn't do it justice. The back box then, let's talk about price for that. That was around $400. The res delete was the cheapest part on the exhaust system, and unfortunately it didn't really do much. I do think the res is kind of just there for literally no reason. It did nothing in sound. When I removed it, there was no difference at all. It didn't seem any louder. In fact, it just made the cold start a little bit louder, but I've mapped that out anyway. If I were to tell you in line of which part cost the most to least, most expensive, middle, cheapest. That's how you can work out what parts I've done. Now I'm going to turn to the comments. I'm really hoping you guys can answer this question. I've seen B58s with a decat or a sports cat and a double res delete in person, and they're louder than this N55. If you guys can enlighten me why, I'd love to know. I don't know whether it's the tone of the engine that makes it sound louder than it actually is. Unless I get a decibel reader on both, I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments, would you run this exhaust system? What do you think to the exhaust tips? Do you like them? Don't get me wrong, they really need the clean. However, that M logo does look incredible. Let's get in the car, let's get a couple driving clips. Inside cabin noises, is it too loud? What does it sound like? Is it drony? Stay tuned. Oh my life. This car never gets old. Honestly, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Now, I daily use this car, and I do a lot of motorway miles, and because I'm young, the noise of the drone, which it does drone, doesn't really get to me too much. However, if you have one of these cars as a weekend car, this exhaust system is perfect. If you want it to be loud, but not stupidly loud, and you want it to have the presence of, oh, that's an N55, and you can tell it is with the certain noises this engine makes, this exhaust system is for you. Combined with the blow-off valve, I love it. I think if I had the blow-off valve just on its own with a stock exhaust, the blow-off valve would be too much. The same with the exhaust. They really complement each other and they go really well combined. Honestly, it's looking, this daylight in the UK right now is making the car look so clean. The car's been sat for a good probably 4 hours now, so I'm really hoping that it'll do a cold start, or at least you'll be able to hear something of it compared to me like starting it up when the engine's warm. So we'll put the windows down. I have mapped the cold start out, however, I'm just hoping obviously when the exhaust is cold it does make a different tone. So let's start it up and have a look. Honestly, every time sounds so good. You'll never guess who it is, Mr. Matt Merrick. If you want to see the G80 Nürburgring content, I'll leave a card up in the screen now, you can check it out, but yeah, here he is. Hello. Time to get some fuel. Oh, look who it is in the G80. Oh my life, this car is honestly so cool. If you want to see the Nürburgring content, definitely check it out, it's on the channel. I want to know in the comment section down below, what do you think to this exhaust? Do you think it sounds good? Do you think it's too loud? Or do you think it sounds just completely awful? I want to know your opinion in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to give it a like. You can also subscribe if you want to. The choice is yours. Time to head home though. It's getting dark, it's getting late. That's it though guys, that's how simple you can do an exhaust modification on the M235i. And also how I think they should have come from factory. I think they're way too muffled from factory. Unfortunately the catalytic converter is huge, the resonator doesn't really do much, and the back box is also huge. So big letdowns from BMW in my opinion. Mr. G80! Hi guys. This is not Mr. G80.
This is the Harl.
What have you got?
Light mayo, pack of bacon, and a reduced full pie.
Crazy.
Right.
How's the G80? When are we going to do a modification to this?
When you find some time to fit a grill.
We're going to fit the new grill to this. It's too basic. It's too basic. So we need to fit a new one.
GTS grill.
A GTS grill.
Off Temu.
Off Temu. Next video. Let's do it. Oh man, look at this thing. There we go, we're going to call it an end to today's video. Another mandatory thing I do on this N55 is after a long or hard drive, I just check the oil level. Just gives time for the turbo to cool down. Make sure you're not going to crystallize the oil and it's going to damage the turbo. Little tip there. Apart from that, really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then you can do those two things I mentioned, completely up to you. Leave any comments you have down below. If you want to get in touch with me, my socials are in the description box underneath this video. And apart from that, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day or evening or morning, and I'll see you in the next one.